In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
That's right! You and me! Right now! We're having it out! Let's go! Come on! Come on!
Oh wow. Oh wow. No. Oh wow. Good night, Maddie.
Hey kids, can I get a who? Oh, thank you.
Puppy sit.
Thick, boy. You looking thick from all this fruit, boy. Whoa.
This is the weirdest village I've ever seen, because nothing red is allowed here. Even if it's just a small red flower, it must also be cut off immediately, then bury it in the soil and clean it. Otherwise, it will lead to that terrible monster. In this isolated village, there is a terrible legend. Legend goes deep in the forest, living with a group of terrible monsters. They like red but hate yellow. Once something red appears in the village, they will kill all the villagers. So the village head took the elders, made an agreement with the monster. No red things can appear in the village. People in the village must not go out. Every year, villagers throw a piece of pork into the forest. All along, everyone abides by the agreement. The village has been quiet for many years, but soon the peace was broken by a fool. He is holding the unique red fruit in the deep forest. Just that night, the guarded villagers found that a red monster slipped into the village. He quickly sounded the alarm bell. Remind everyone that the monster is coming. The villagers who heard the bell ran to their homes, just in case. Each of them has built a cellar under the house. Nick is going home. See the lonely child. Hurry to send them home, and help other villagers close the windows. But he didn't have time to run. The monster almost found him. Meanwhile, Anna is anxiously waiting for Nick because she's blind, so she had to raise her hand, trying to get Nick to see. She didn't wait for Nick, but here comes a monster. The monster is about to pounce on Anna. Critical moment. Nick arrived in time. He took Anna and hid in the basement. Everyone huddled together and looked at the ground. Pray that the monster can leave early. So they stayed underground all night. The next morning, the monster finally left, but on the door of every family are left with red marks. Obviously, the monster will probably come back. The village head immediately asked someone to throw a large piece of pork into the forest, hope to get the monster's forgiveness. But in the evening, terrible things happen again. Just put in one coin. The vending machine will be able to fulfill any of your wishes. William and his wife got separated. So he put in a coin. Pressed the button to find his wife. The machine asks him to provide a picture of his wife. Making sure no one is around. He takes a poster out of his pocket. Flips to the page with the pig on it. Then scans it against the machine. The machine asked him, "Are you sure your wife looks like this?" William did not hesitate to choose yes. Then a machine flew up. He told William to wait where he was. He flew out and began to help him find a wife. First he scanned a black boy. Make sure it was not. Then he went to an abandoned mall. Finally found the target in a truck. After some scanning, the match was 99%. The robot opened the cage. Took the fat pig to the front of William. After completing the task, the robot took a picture of William and his wife. William was very happy to get his wife. Take the fat pig on the boat and prepare to go home. But the robot suddenly sounded an alarm. He suggested that the boat was in danger. You must buy a life jacket from him before you can go. When William heard this, he wanted to drive the robot away. But the robot held out the rope. Just as he was about to take the fat pig away, Fat Pig's mother's family arrived. He took out his spray gun. He saw that the pig was injured. He gave the robot another shot. The robot suddenly burst into flames. A pile of flame fell right on William's hand. Looking at the injured hand, William was very angry. Picked up a can aside and smashed